It's time for Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Studeville Ford.
Left side, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
It's the snap. Blitz coming. Picked up, now flush. Throws it deep down the field, has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. And now let's head to the field for your Coalgate Wildcats.
And good evening, everybody. We are live in Okmulgee County. A very wet, very damp, and pretty cool October football game here between the Coalgate Wildcats and the Beggs Demons. For the Coalgate Wildcats, 2-5 on the season, 1-3 in district play for the Beggs Demons, 4-3 overall, 2-2 is their record. This is just the second all-time meeting. In fact, the first time they met was last year, which is pretty rare that we've now played two teams in this district that we haven't played before other than last year. This is the second time to play Beggs. Beggs won last year 48-8 for the Beggs Demons. They are 4-3 on the season, 2-2 overall under first-year head coach David Shannon with a 4-3 overall record for Coach Shannon. The Demons finished 9-3 last year. They started 1-2 in district play and then ended up winning their last 4 to finish third place in the district. They did lose in the second round to Vian, 35-7. They did win in the first round against Alva, making the long trip out to Alva to play the Gold Bugs? Gold Bugs, Alva, 43-0. In fact, tonight they're looking for their 500th all-time win tonight. In fact, they had I believe it was their 50th anniversary state champion celebration, commemorate that for this year. Week 1, Beggs started out with a loss at Verdigris. In fact, their first 3 games of the year were on the road. Their first home game wasn't until week 4. Week 1 was a loss, 34-42 against Verdigris. Week 2 with a win, 26-20. Week 3 against Okmulgee with a win. And then they started district play against the Community Christian Royals, 27-7 with a victory. And then coming up well short against Davis, 51-0. And losing to Holdenville back-to-back, 52-26. Last week, winning all the way at Comanche, 26-0 for the Demons. They are averaging 27.7 points per game while giving up 25.7 points per game. We got about 11 and a half minutes left here. We got a little different kind of broadcast here tonight. The weather is really keeping us tied down and limited as to what we can do. We're actually outside on top of the press box doing everything we can do to keep the equipment dry, so we will not have a scoreboard camera tonight. I'll be running the scoreboard manually. We will be doing our best to give you the time and the down and the distance tonight, the best that we can. The rain is going to be off and on. The weather is going to be a huge factor tonight, 100% going to be a factor here. This is a turf football field, so there will be no mud, but this is the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show at Chevy Truck Month. And it's time to see why Chevrolet is America's most dependable lineup of trucks. Chevrolet together, let's drive. We'll take our first break here in the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. We'll be back right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Coalgate Athletics.
And we're back here in a very wet Okmulgee County, Beggs, Oklahoma, for the Coalgate Wildcats against the Beggs Demons. Critical Class 2A matchup here between these two teams as we got the pregame festivities going on here in Beggs for the Coalgate Wildcats. 2-5 on the season, 1-3 in district play. The two teams that they've beat have a combined record of 2 wins and 12 losses. This is the third year for head coach Zach Cater, 9-18 overall for Coach Cater. Week 1 loss against Dixon, 35-14. A Week 2 loss against Antlers, 32-12. And then picking up the first victory in the Boggy Bottom Bowl at Atoka, 25-6. A loss to Holdenville, 62-0. A comeback win against Comanche, 26-21. Community Christian loss, 12-13. And then last week, a big loss at Davis, 56-8. For the Wildcats, they are scoring about 14 points per game while giving up 32 points per game for the Wildcats. This is the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. It's about 62 degrees with a sharp south wind, which is blowing right in here on our broadcast. We actually got a little canopy set up here on top of the press box. So doing the best we can. We got about 6.5 minutes left here on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. It is now time for the Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup. Blaine, take it away.
All right, for the Wildcats on offense, left tackle number 72, Ethan Nelson. The left guard, number 70, Axel McNutt. The center, number 52, Jet Burris. The right guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. And the right tackle, number 55, Walker Weston. In the backfield, starting quarterback number 11, Colby Brown. He's joined by the starting running backs, number 4, Bryson Stowe, and number 5, Kyler Woods. A wide receiver, number 3, Weston Lackey, number 15, Easton Loudermilk, and number 6, Jace Burris. Defensively for the Wildcats, defensive ends, number 72, Ethan Nelson, and number 15, Easton Loudermilk. The nose guard, number 78, Lucas Franklin. The middle linebackers, number 5, Kyler Woods, and number 27, Rowdy Hemphill. Outside linebackers, number 3, Weston Lackey, and number 6, Jace Burris. The cornerbacks, number 1, Carson Viss, and number 24, Cato Pebworth. And the safeties, number 23, Jet Walkup, and number 4, Bryson Stowe.
That is your Triple Heart Boutique starting lineup. You can check out Wildcat Sports Corner for all your Wildcat gear. Triple Heart Boutique located on Main Street in beautiful downtown Coalgate. We got about 5 minutes left here in the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. Good turnout of fans from Coalgate making the trip north as the captains are making their way out onto this very wet turf field. We'll take our final break here on the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here in Okmulgee as the Coalgate Wildcats making the trip north to take on the Beggs Demons. This is the Texoma Chevy Dealers pregame show. It's Chevy Truck Month, and that means it's the best time to check out the rugged, capable, powerful, and uncompromising Chevy truck lineup. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. This broadcast, of course, always sponsored by First Bank. First Bank, a true local bank committed to making your dreams and plans possible. They invest in our communities. They invest in you. As the captains are at midfield here for the coin toss. Coalgate in their all-white road uniforms, white tops, white pants, purple hats for the Wildcats tonight. For the home crowd, Beggs Demons. They are gold tops, gold pants, white numerals with black hats for the Beggs Demons. It looks like Beggs won the toss, and they elected to receive. So Coalgate will be going right to left on your radio dial. Beggs left, or right to left on the radio dial. Beggs left to right. The field running east and west. We are facing the south right here. Got about a minute 45 left here. Blaine, as we bring Blaine into the broadcast with some keys to the game here for the Coalgate Wildcats. What are some things they can do here tonight to steal a victory here in Beggs?
Well, offensively, I think the key is going to be being able to find a consistent run game tonight, especially with the weather conditions. Ball's going to be slick. It's going to be probably fairly difficult to throw the ball, especially if it starts raining heavier at some point. So you got to get the run game established. Got to be physical. Got to take good care of the football in these conditions. Can't be losing it. You know, you're going to have a wet football. You're going to have to find a way to deal with it and hang on to it. Defensively, it's going to be about forcing some turnovers. Forcing some turnovers is always a key in any game, but especially when you're trying to kind of pull off an upset on the road. Getting some turnovers, giving your offense some plus field position, getting good field position advantage in the game is going to be big. Got to play clean on your side. Got to force some turnovers, play well on special teams as well.
We did have a couple of games, district games, a couple of games played last night trying to beat the rain. The Holdenville Wolverines put a shellacking on the Royals from Community Christian, 46-14, and Davis shutting out Comanche 35-0. So the only other matchup tonight, Tishomingo at Dibble as far as district contests tonight. So the standings are ever-changing, changed a little bit overnight. Blaine, throughout the broadcast, Blaine's kind of worked up some playoff scenarios for the Coalgate Wildcats to sneak in, but Blaine, it all starts here tonight. You got to get this one here tonight. I think if you even got a shot.
Yeah, you have to win this game to have a shot. Obviously, the cleanest path is just win your last 3. That's going to be a tall order. Dibble looks like they're a very good football team, as is this Beggs team. But you can get in without beating Dibble, but it's going to take either winning against Beggs by 13 or more, so you get the district points advantage, or if you don't do that, you're going to have a couple upsets go your way as far as other teams upsetting Beggs and Community Christian the rest of the way, because the likely scenario is that you end up in a 3-way tie with Beggs and Community Christian, and so you've got to get enough district points to be the top team in that. That's why you had to win by 13 or more, ideally.
Again, we'll go over all that here later this evening. Want to thank you wherever you are, however you are. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We'll do the best we can here in Okmulgee, and away we go. And that ball is kicked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So they will scoot the ball up to the 35. Beggs will take over at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, that kick trying to angle it to the sideline and just went a little too far with it as it went out of bounds. Like you said, about the 26-yard line. Not a huge loss field position-wise, though. Cost you 9 yards. As Beggs will, well, looks like Beggs maybe is electing to make them re-kick.
Kick it again, yep. So they'll back Coalgate up to the 35. And the wind is blowing across the field from the visitor side to the home side. Didn't think the wind would be an issue here, but clearly it's going to be one of the many factors here tonight. Rain is going to be off and on. As of right now, it is not raining, but I believe rain is on the way, as the wind has picked up just in the last 5 minutes. Do the best we can to keep the wind off the microphones. Get a critical district matchup here, as the Coalgate Wildcats are going to have to re-kick this ball. They're going to go for the onside kick, and they're going to outrun it.
I guess somebody must have touched it early.
They're going to say offsides.
Yeah. It's a good try, good effort. As it looks like it did eventually run 10 yards, but the Wildcats were offsides to start. So
that's the first time I've seen not the white hat make the official call. The line judge made that call.
Yeah, and so we will kick once again.
They'll back them up to the 30. Beggs with a lot of speed. And have struggled at times. They've struggled against the same teams Coalgate has struggled against. Obviously, a lot of people are going to struggle against Davis and Holdenville. We're getting kind of to the point of the season where everybody has common opponents, as there's just 2 games left after tonight. Senior night will take place next Friday night in Coalgate. Here's the kick. It's a line drive kick shaded toward the out-of-bounds line.
Out of bounds again.
At the 33. So we'll see if they decide to play offense or keep going backwards. I think they want them to re-kick.
Yeah, we'll see here. Looks like they are staying in kicking formation, so now you're going to kick from the 25. We will eventually get this game officially started at some point.
This has been 15 yards worth of penalties, and Beggs clearly trying to get better field position.
You know, with their speed, it's definitely the right call. They want to get their speedy returners a chance to actually return one here. Wildcats trying to keep it away from them. Game of cat and mouse already before we officially even kick off.
Coach Shannon in his first year here at Beggs. And here's the kickoff. This is going to be fielded at the 40-yard line of Beggs. Picked up to the 45, to the 50. Has some room to run to the Coalgate 35, to the 30. Back to the middle now, back to the outside. He's going to go all the way. 10, 5, touchdown.
Not an ideal start at all for the Wildcats. No flags on the play. They keep backing you up on kicking it out of bounds, and you finally kick it in the middle of the field, and you see why they kept making you re-kick it and not just taking the ball at the 35 to begin with. They had good blocking over here on this right side, and a speedy returner was able to take it all the way.
6-0 now on the kickoff return for the Demons. That took 11 seconds off the clock. The cat and mouse game works in favor of Coach Shannon. Now waiting the extra point here. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way. The kick is up and it's way short. I believe it may have been tipped by Lackey. No good, but Beggs scores first. It's 6-0. We'll take our first break right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back already in progress. Weston Lackey with the kick return. Ball was kicked all the way back to the 10-yard line. Lackey with a 5-yard return up to the 15. And the Wildcats will start in poor field position here for their first offensive series at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, really nice kick on that one, driving the returner Lackey all the way back to the 10-yard line, kind of backpedaling as he caught it, then slipped a little bit, had a hard time getting momentum going upfield, was only able to get 5 yards. First and 10 from the 15.
Kobe Brown getting the start tonight. Bryson Stowe in the backfield, shotgun formation. High snap, but Stowe picks it out of off of the air, falls forward past the line of scrimmage up for a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, fortunate that one, as it deflected off of the hands of Kobe Brown, went right to Bryson Stowe. He didn't get much out of it, but just fortunate to retain possession, able to push forward for about a half a yard there. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 16.
Wildcats moving Loudermilk into the traditional tight end spot on the line of scrimmage, as well as Kyler Woods and Jace Burris kind of on that side of the field as well. And that play is swarmed on the left side of the line of scrimmage. It was a handoff to Stowe. Goes nowhere. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Beggs really keying on stopping the run early. The safeties are walking down into the box. Nobody back in the deep middle of the field, and Stowe just had nowhere to go on that one. Fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage and set up 3rd and 9 from the 16.
10:35 to go here in the first quarter. This is the first offensive series for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation. Lackey the only receiver out in. It's going to be a jet sweep to Stowe, and it's going to go backwards right through the line of scrimmage, and we got a late flag coming in from the far side. I believe forward progress. I think he lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, it looks like they're
marking to the 8.
Marking it at about the they're going to mark it. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're trying to sort out the penalty. They've got the ball setting kind of at the original line of scrimmage at the moment. But
personal foul face mask against Beggs. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll be a 1st down for the Wildcats.
Take 1st downs however you can get them, especially to start a drive. And that's a big one. You get a free 1st down off that face mask on a play that had went backwards. Big break for the Wildcats as that'll move the ball all the way out to about the 31-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Fresh set of downs for the Wildcats. Again, wind really blowing up here on top of this press box. Get another shotgun formation for Brown. Stowe in the backfield, flanking Brown to his left. Brown gets the snap. Quarterback run right up the middle, and he's going to run right into traffic. The defensive line for Beggs really kind of mowing through the offensive line here early. He was met first there by number 11, Aiden Taylor, the 6'2", 200-pound senior. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, not a lot of room there in the interior of the offensive line, not much push on that play. That is a large man playing nose guard for Beggs, and he made his presence felt on that play for sure, stopping Colby Brown for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Again, shotgun formation for Brown in the backfield. Stowe joins him. It's going to be a handoff. Stowe tries to cut it out to the right side and is unable to get to the edge. Loses a couple of yards. Just the speed for Beggs really showing its teeth here early on. Stowe loses about 4 yards on that run, 3 yards on that run. 3rd down and 13 all the way back to the Coalgate 27-yard line.
Yeah, this is the kind of team in Beggs. They've got a lot of team speed on defense. Not gonna work trying to go sideline to sideline running it. You're gonna have to run right at them and get them blocked up. As going sideline to sideline resulted in a 3-yard loss on that one. 3rd and 13.
Shotgun formation. Lackey out to the right side of the formation. Be a quarterback keeper around the right side. Now cuts it back up the middle. Tries to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It ends up gaining about 2 yards on that play up to the 29. It'll be 4th down and 11 now coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a lot of room on that one. First, it looked like he had some room over the left side, but that closed quickly. Beggs with a lot of team speed defensively, and you could really see it on that one. Colby Brown only able to get about a yard or two, make it 4th and 12 from the 29.
Punt formation upcoming here for the Wildcats. Brown standing at his own 20-yard line. Gets the snap, steps into it. It's a high kick, fielded at the 45. Makes a man miss, now back to the middle, now runs around to the left. Going backwards, tries to set the edge, and is shedding tackles at the 50. Now reverses course, comes back to the right, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, looking for blockers, and is finally pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Another good kickoff return. That was a punt return there for the Demons. Again, the Beggs really trying to make a point to try to get to the edge, Blaine. That's kind of where they want to make their money.
Yeah, they've got the speed to do it, and that was a nice return. Made men miss. Bryson Stowe had a couple of chances to get him, just couldn't quite get him on the ground. He ends up turning the corner after reversing field before Easton Loudermilk was able to kind of cut him off at the out-of-bounds line and get him down 1st and 10 from the 33 of the Wildcats.
Ethan Davidson, a very, very dangerous quarterback, just as good as the quarterback Coalgate played last week. It's going to be a handoff to the running back around the right side to the 25 to the 20. It's a foot race to the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Beggs.
They had
number 0, Trey Ross.
Yeah, they had it blocked up well on that right side, gave him an alley, and he did the rest. Good speed, running away from the Wildcat defenders and getting all the way into the end zone for the 33-yard touchdown run.
So Beggs scores again, now 12-0, awaiting the extra point here for the Demons. Looks like they're going to line up to go for 2 to try to get that point back that they lost on the blocked extra point. Jason Neathon in the backfield with Davidson as they're short. They're just now starting the play clock. Late receiver now coming in for the Demons as they line up to go for 2. Davidson, shotgun formation with Neathon to his right. Now a man in motion, left to right. Davidson rolling the pocket, throws back of the end zone and is wide open. 2-point conversion good. Score now 14-0 as there's 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go. We'll take another break. Be right back here. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And we're back already in progress. Almost a disaster there on the kick return. I believe it was Lackey and Woods running into each other, but Woods able to hold on to it at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will start here, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Yeah, that's one where the freshman Lackey's probably got to be a little louder and kind of call off Woods. Woods was kind of the up man and was drifting backwards trying to catch that one. Lackey was trying to run up on it with a head full of steam and just a little miscommunication. Fortunately, Woods was able to hold on to it, but no return. Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
6:47 to go as the clock is running here for the Wildcats as we see Davis Grant checking in for the first time tonight. He missed last week's game. I believe it was an injured hand. It's going to be a handoff. Stowe dancing around now, finding a hole, crossing the 20 up to the 23, up to the 24. That'll be a good four-yard run on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, good play on first down there. Found a little room over the right side of that offensive line. Was able to get about 3 as they end up putting it down at the 23, where it'll be 2nd and 7 from there.
6:15 to go here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 in favor of the home team, the Beggs Demons. Again, the Wildcats with one more home game next week. It is senior night. Davis Grant, shotgun formation, being flanked both sides through his hands. Now has to go back and get it. Scrambling, trying to get to the edge, to the 15, to the 20, and he may have got back to the line of scrimmage, run into Lackey there on the sideline. I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on a long run there by Davis Grant.
Yeah, able to avert disaster on that one as he bobbled the snap, went through his hands, was able to pick it up, and actually did get back basically right to the line of scrimmage or just barely shy of it. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 23.
Loses a yard there on that high snap. Wildcats looking for some momentum here. Trying to keep pace here with the Demons as it is not raining at the moment. But lots of wind. We did see a couple of wrecks on the turnpike coming up here today. Water was standing everywhere. Shotgun formation. Davis gets it. Handoff. Hemphill crashes the pile. Falls forward. Got a yard on that run. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a lot of room on that one. Hemphill able to fall forward and get about a yard out to the 24, where it will be 4th and 6 from the 24. Would think with this field position, you're going to be lined up to punt once again as Colby Brown is back deep.
Brown standing at his own 9-yard line. Punt returner back at the 50. Here's the punt. It's a line drive kick. Takes the Coalgate bounce at the 50. Fielded at the 45. Now upfield with a head full of steam to the Coalgate 40, and he's just going to run out of bounds untouched. Not looking for contact there was the kick returner, number 1, Jordan Wesley, the 5'8 senior. And Beggs will take over at the Coalgate 40.
Yeah, better job kind of walling off that side in kick coverage, only letting him get about 10, 15 yards on that return. Make it 1st and 10 for Beggs from the Wildcat 40-yard line.
Davidson shotgun formation. Gets the snap. It's a pitch out to the left side. Sidesteps Burris up to the 40, to the 45, and he's gang tackled. Still pushing the pile. Finally pushed out of bounds with a 9-yard gain, but we got a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Usually in the area of holding. This is going to be a block in the back against Beggs. So this is going to go back. That'll negate a 9-yard run for the Demons.
We got a block in the back.
Yeah, break for the Wildcats there defensively. That penalty is he is initially looked like they had that play defended pretty well. Had a defender out there, made him cut back, but then the next man missed for the Wildcats right around the line of scrimmage, and he was able to get 9 yards. But with the penalty, it's going to push him back to the 50.
10-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 20 now for the Demons. Neathon in the backfield, the running back tonight. For Beggs, number 16, the quarterback, Ethan Davison. Now a man in motion. Quick pass out to the far side at the line of scrimmage. Makes a man miss up to the 40, tiptoeing down the sidelines. Picks up about 10 yards on that pitch and catch there from Davidson. Out to number 1, Jordan Wesley. It'll be second down and 10 now for Beggs.
Yeah, I got the penalty yardage back on that quick kind of wide receiver screen out to the far edge. Was blocked up pretty well and able to get 10 yards on it. It'll be second and 10 from the Coalgate 40.
Now Ross replacing Neathon in the backfield with Davidson. Shotgun formation, man in motion. It's a pitch to the motion man. Tries to find a hole. Good job by the Wildcats to spread that out, and he goes down. No gain on that play. In fact, I think he may have lost a yard, Blaine, back to the 41-yard line. Didn't want to put his foot in the ground and go north and south. Wanted to go sideways, trying to get to the edge. Wildcats do a good job of walling that off. It'll be 3rd and long now for the Beggs Demons, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good job defensively there, setting the edge, forcing him back inside, and then a host of Wildcats able to rally to the football and get him down for a 1-yard loss. Really nice play defensively to bring up 3rd and 11 from the Wildcat 41.
3:40 to go here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 in favor of Beggs. Here's a pass.
Screen.
Davidson looking, setting up the screen at the 40, up to the 35. Still on his feet, tackled from behind, finally up at the 31, 32-yard line. Going to be a few yards shy of the first down. But, Blaine, this is in the area that they're probably going to go for it here. 4th and 2 coming up here for the Demons.
Oh, yeah, and to me that play call tells you they're definitely going to go for it on 4th down. Setting up a screen there, just trying to get a decent chunk of the yardage. He was able to get 9 before the Wildcats got him down at the 32, where it'll be 4th down and 2.
Neathon checks back into the game. Neathon more of the bruising kind of running back. Neathon 5'9", 175, Blaine.
That is a short, powerful young man right there, 5'9", 175. Good lower center of gravity, good tough short yardage back.
Pistol formation. Davidson, the long handoff to Neathon, trying to stretch it to the right side. He does, up to the 30, to the 25, back to the middle to the 20, and he's tackled from behind. I believe that was Kyler Woods coming in, cleaning things up there. Neathon stringing that play out, gets tackled at the 20 as Demons now inside the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Coalgate 19-yard line.
Yeah, good play there by the Beggs Golden Demons. Kyler Woods from his linebacker position just wasn't quite able to get there on the angle to begin with. Did a good job of staying with the play and running him down in the end, but not before he gained 13 yards and a first down.
Shotgun formation, Neathon flanking Davidson to his left. To hand off Neathon right up the middle. Sheds a tackle to the 15. Still on his feet at the 10. And finally taken down inside the 10 at the 9. Picks up about 10 yards right at the line to gain. They're going to mark him at the 8. That moves the chains. It'll be 1st and goal now for the Demons.
Yeah, Wildcat had a chance at him after about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he was just able to slip that tackle and gain enough additional yardage to get a first down after a gain of 11. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Wesley comes in, replacing Neathon in the backfield with Davidson. Shotgun formation, there's 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Now man in motion, right to left. It's a pitch. Tries to cut upfield to the 5. Tackled by Ethan Nelson. Comes screaming down the line of scrimmage and takes down the ball runner at about the 3-yard line. Saves a touchdown for the Wildcats. Ethan Nelson in there on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 4.
Yeah, good job that time. I believe it was Weston Lackey that was able to kind of force that play back inside, not let him get the edge, and then Ethan Nelson was able to come screaming across and get him tackled down at, it's like about the 2, where it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Davidson rolling to the left, throws in the back of the corner of the end zone, and it is caught for another Beggs touchdown.
Yeah, just moved the pocket to his left, gave him a little time, and his receiver broke open there in the back corner of the end zone for another touchdown for Beggs.
Stops the clock with 1:09 to go here in the first quarter, 20-0. Now awaiting the extra point here as looks like they're going to line up to kick it. The last field goal attempt was blocked by the Wildcats. Number 18, Baker Copeland, sophomore, snap back, ball down, kick is up, the kick is on the way, and it is good. 21-0. 1:09 to go here in the first quarter. We'll leave it right here. 1:09 to go, 21-0. Now awaiting the kickoff here for the Beggs Demons.
Yeah, got to see if you can do something here. Maybe get a positive kickoff return and spark a little momentum for you if you're the Wildcats. Got to do something to get going here, down 21-0 late first quarter.
Again, Beggs fighting for a playoff spot. Right now they currently sit in the 4 spot in the district standings behind Holdenville, Davis, Dibble, and then Beggs. Again, Dibble and Tishomingo playing tonight, the only other game in the district. Atoka picking up a big victory last night against Spiro. It was 41-12, I believe.
Yes, I think you're right.
Here's the kickoff, fielded by Lackey at the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, up the middle of the 25, lowers his shoulders and falls down at the 30-yard line. Pretty good kick return there by Weston Lackey. No flags on the field, and the Wildcats will take over at the 20. At the 30. They're going to give him the 30.
Yeah, nice return there that time by Lackey. Did a good job of finding some room, taking that for close to 20 yards all the way from back around the 10 out to the 30, as that's where they set it down. Best field position of the night by far to start out here for the Wildcats, 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Just the second all-time meeting here between these two schools. As we're still awaiting next year's district opponents. They haven't released next year. Every 2 years, the district opponents change, according to the ADM numbers. Kind of still awaiting what's going to happen for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation, Brown back in at quarterback. Handoff, walk up. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Tries to go forward. They're going to blow it dead. No gain on the play for walk up. Refused to go down. Finally blowing the play dead. No gain, 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good job there by Walkup of just fighting to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, as Beggs had kind of blown that play up from the get-go. On the reclassing and redistricting, I was told today by someone who probably has some knowledge on it that the new classes are probably going to come out in January and districts in February is what they're saying now.
There's that hard count. The Wildcats will get 5 yards. Didn't see that last week against Davis. It's the first time we've seen it here tonight.
Yeah, and last week that was kind of an aberration not getting one. Normally the Wildcats get a couple of them a game, and good job of getting it there tonight on that hard count. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 35.
Now they're going to roll the clock, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Score 21-0 in favor of the home team, the Beggs Demons. We'll take another break. Be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com.
Tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back in Okmulgee as we start the second quarter. In this game being brought to you by First Bank. When your heart is set on something, it helps to have a partner who supports you. First Bank, here for possibilities. Visit firstbank.com, firstbank-o.
Coming up here. First quarter quick stats, Wildcats had 10 carries for 3 yards in that first quarter. And
so that'll bring up 4th down and 6. The Wildcats going to take a few steps back, punt this away. Wesley going back to field it. It's kicked off the back of the head of the offensive lineman, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're
and
right.
Goes out of bounds at the Coalgate 43-yard line. Don't see that every day.
No, you don't. Looked like it hit one of the up men blocking off the back and back of the helmet, and it went out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 43 of the Wildcats, so that's just about a 9-yard punt after it hitting a Wildcat player.
21-0, 10:56 to go here in the first half.
Over that left side of the offensive line, giving him some room, and good tough run there for Beggs, getting 6 yards on first
2-yard line.
Yeah, he got the first down by about a half a yard. There is he had to get to the 33, and he got to about.
Tight end in motion, left to right. Davidson handoff. Wesley up the middle, and is tackled up high. I believe that's Weston Walker stopping the play.
You got a flag, too.
Number 0, Trey Ross on the carry. We do have a flag on.
Got him around the neck.
Yeah, I didn't think he had the face mask, if that's what they're going to call.
They're going to call a face mask. I
don't
didn't see a face
think
mask. I think
him.
he just wrapped him around the neck.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I don't like the fact that it was the Beggs quarterback that talked the guy into throwing the flag. He wasn't really reaching for his pocket until the quarterback was pretty demonstratively giving the throw the flag signal, and then he pulled it out.
Moves the ball all the way down inside the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Demons at the Coalgate 18. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Davidson rolling to his right, looking, throws it out into the flat to the tight end. Caught at the 12 and taken down at the 12. That was a good open field tackle there by Jet Walkup. Aiden Taylor with the catch. I believe they're going to give him the 11. Picks up about 6, 2nd and 4 coming up for Beggs.
Yeah, good sure tackle after the little pass out in the flat there. Did get about 6 or 7 on it, though, as they put it down to the 11. Make it 2nd down and 3.
Right at 9 minutes on the clock here before halftime. Shotgun formation, Neathon back into the game. Now Taylor in motion, right to left. Quick pass near side to Wesley. Caught at the 10. Tries to get to the edge, to the 5. Gets to the pylon, and touchdown Beggs.
Yeah, good play design there. The quick pass out to the left. Screen set up. Other receivers on that side blocking, and he followed those blocks and was able to just tiptoe and stay in bounds and get to the pylon for another Beggs touchdown.
27-0 now, awaiting the extra point here for the Demons. As Beggs is leaving no doubt here in the first half. As Beggs going right to left on your radio dial. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way. And it is barely good, just inside the crossbar. 28-0. We'll take another break, be back here. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
The RX Shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here. Here's the kickoff. It's a line drive kick. Bounces at the 10. Fielded at the 10 there by Stowe. Up the near side of the 20 to the 25, and he's leveled at the 25. Thought Stowe might just step out of bounds, but he chose to take the hit at the 25, and that's where the Wildcats will take over.
Yeah, if he had it to do over again, I think he might step out of bounds. He took a lick there. That was It was a clean hit, but that was a good hard hit, shoulder to shoulder. He's going to feel that one for a while. Impressive hit in high school football on that one for sure.
Mike Lewis on the hit there for the Demons. Getting some special teams run there for Lewis.
As it is, it was a pretty nice kick return, though, by Stowe.
About a 15-yard kick return.
Took it from about his 9-10-yard line and got out to the 25. So good kick return, just not a good ending to it if you're Bryson Stowe.
Now Davis Grant in at quarterback, shotgun formation. It's a handoff, Hemphill up the middle, has a little bit of room to run, still turning his feet up to the 29. Picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good hole opened up initially by the interior of the offensive line. Hemphill did a good job of finishing that run as well. Finishing tough, keeping those legs churning, falling forward, getting 4 yards on first down. Make it 2nd and 6 from the 29.
8:05 to go here before halftime. Be sure and stick around for the Flower Garden halftime show. Shotgun formation. Grant gets the snap. Another handoff, Hemphill. Tries to get to the right edge, and he's thrown forward for about a yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 5 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Initially, it looked like you might have some room, but that player did a good job of shedding his block and able to kind of wrestle Rowdy down for a short gain, only about a yard on that one, make it 3rd and 5 from the 30.
That was Mike Lewis again on the tackle. Pretty good-looking linebacker there for Lewis, 5'8", 185, junior.
Yeah, good size, good speed. Good sure tackler. He looks like a really good linebacker for sure.
Another shotgun formation. Davis just going to keep it himself, and he is walloped at the line of scrimmage. That was number 78. That's a large human being there. 6'3", 330 pounds. Defensive line.
Yeah,
just
that's
a junior.
I mentioned him earlier on a play where he was lined up at nose guard. Just it's a large man to try to block for that offensive line. He made his presence felt on that one. Grant was able to get about a yard, but as it will be, that'll be 4th and 4 from the 31 coming up.
Brown now in at quarterback here for the 4th down and 5. Probably another punt. He's going to take a few steps back as Wesley goes back to field the punt return. Here comes a blitz. Brown gets it away. Takes a Coalgate bounce at the 45, now takes a huge roll all the way down to about the 20-yard line. 19, what a punt there for Colby Brown.
Yeah,
I'll let the math man do the tabulation on that.
Yeah, really nice punt. That's a 50-yard punt from the 31 down to the 19 of Beggs. 50-yard punt for Colby Brown. Got a good bounce, good roll. Got probably an additional 20 yards on the roll and the bounce. And Colby does that a lot. He doesn't get a lot of distance a lot of times on his punts, but they always seem to take that Coalgate roll forward and get some extra field position. Beggs' worst field position of the night by far. They start 1st and 10 from their own 19.
Davidson still in at quarterback. 6:11 to go here in the second quarter. It's 28-0 in favor of Beggs. It's going to be a handoff near side. Has a hole up to the 25 to the 30. Cuts back to the middle, and it's a foot race. To the 40, to the 35. You're not going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown Beggs.
Yes, and that's
Trey Ross.
That's blocked up beautifully initially. You had linemen pulling around to that short side of the field. They were able to get a hat on a hat and create a really nice alley, and then he used his speed to go all the way 81 yards untouched for the Beggs touchdown.
34-0 now, awaiting the extra point. Right at 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, the kick is on the way, it's short, will it make it? And it does not. Just about a yard shy of clearing that crossbar. We'll take another break, be back here on 107.5 KCIG, The Rock.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here after that 81-yard run. It's fielded at the 20-yard line, up to the 25, Stowe to the 30, and another big hit there at the 30-yard line. The Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Yeah, Stowe took that one on a bounce, let it bounce, was able to get about 10 yards on that return out to the 30 before he took another pretty good lick. Wildcats will take over there 1st and 10 from their own 30. Just got to try to get something positive on offense here. You know, you had a pretty good first down run last time. Got to back it up. Got to get that first down of the drive and see if you can get some flow offensively, get a drive started.
Temperature down to 55 degrees here in Beggs. Strong southeast wind at 15 to 20. Shotgun formation now for Brown. It's going to be a handoff walk-up. Good hole up the middle. Picks up about 5 yards on that tough run. We've seen kind of the coming out party last week for Jet walk-up there at Davis. He hits that hole hard. Gains 5 yards on first down. 2nd down and 5 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and once again, I'd say like last week, the interior of the offensive line is for the most part doing a pretty good job getting some push, and that's saying something with the 6'1", 300-pounder in the middle.
Another run for Walkup. Going to be a few yards on this run. They're going to give him 3 up to the 37. Now 3rd down and 2 coming up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, decent run that time. Was able to find some room, get it out to about the 38. 3-yard gain on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 2.
Beggs already have received about 3 inches of rain in the last 24 hours here. We're now under 5 minutes to go here before halftime. 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Walk up in the backfield with Brown. Brown gets the snap. And it's a double pitch. It's a pass. Brown hit as he's thrown, and it's up in the air. Trying for that kind of trickery play, trying to sneak Kyler Woods out of the backfield.
Yeah,
Brown was hit as he's thrown.
Yeah, unfortunate that you just couldn't get it blocked up quite well enough to give Colby enough time, because Kyler Woods was open streaking down this near side of the field if he had time to be able to get it to him. Now you'll have a 4th and 2 here from the 38. Wishbone.
Wildcats lining up to go for it here at the 38-yard line. Got to get to the 40. Wishbone formation, play clock at 10, and Coach Cater's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Wildcat.
Stops the clock now, 4:37 to go as the rain starts to come down, light showers here. We'll leave it right here, Blaine. This is probably a point in the game where you probably kind of put yourself in a bind. You need to go for it here.
Yeah, and with the wind, you haven't been punting it great, not consistently tonight anyway. You're out at your own 38-yard line, have just a 4th and 2. Might be a good time to roll the dice and just go ahead and go for it, see if you can get a first down and stay on the field for a little while offensively.
Handmade
And as Beggs has shown as well, it doesn't really matter where they're starting on the field. They're doing a good job offensively, and they can move it at will, it seems like. So it's not like it's a huge loss for you if you don't get this and they're starting at your 38. You know, it is what it is. Might as well try it.
Wildcat offense comes back out onto the field here. Fourth down play upcoming. They're going to line up quick up to the line of scrimmage. Brown going to go under center, wishbone formation. It's going to be a handoff. Hemphill, he's tackled in the backfield. No gain on the play, and that will be a turnover on downs for the Wildcats. Beggs will take over at their Coalgate 38-yard line.
Yeah, just good penetration there by Beggs' defensive line. Nowhere to go for Hemphill on that play as they will set it down. Looks like they're going to call it right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Beggs from the Wildcat 38-yard line. But
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But I like the call to go for it there. You don't really have anything to lose at this point by trying that on a short yardage situation. Might as well go for it.
4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Davidson still in at quarterback. Shotgun formation, gets the snap. It's a double pitch. Wesley tries to get to the right edge. He's got all the room in the world. 20 back now. Sheds a tackle at the 15 and slips down, loses the ball.
I think he got it back.
He got it back at the 15-yard line. Kind of slipped on the turf as the rain's starting to come down pretty hard now.
Yeah, a little bit of trickeration on the reverse play there by Beggs, and he had a lot of room over there, getting 23 yards on the play down to the 15. Was fortunate to gather his own fumble back up, but he was able to do it, and that'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 15-yard line for Beggs.
It's going to be a handoff. Neathon around the left side, tries to get to the edge to the 10, cuts back to the middle to the 5, sheds a couple of the defenders, and he's going to go down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, did a good job of being patient, following his blocks there, and then slipping a tackle, cutting it back inside, getting a few additional yards before he slips down there at the 2, where it'll be 1st and goal for Beggs.
.345 to go. Beggs taking their time, play clock in under 15 seconds. Pistol formation, handoff, Neathon up the middle. Taken down by his shoes.
I think he's just short.
He's going to be about a half a yard shy. I believe it was Jace Burris coming in there to take him down at the half-yard line.
Yeah, good sure tackle there by Jace Burris inside there, keeping him just out of the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the half-yard line for Beggs.
Pistol formation, Davidson gets the snap. Handoff, Neathon. He's mad at the 1. I think he's going to be short again. Good job there by the interior of the defensive line. Couldn't tell who that was that came in first. I think it was Bryson Stowe.
Stowe came in more at the end, I think, from behind, because I was afraid as he was starting to push from behind that he was actually going to end up pushing him in. And we've got an official stoppage for a moment here.
Neathon was hurt, but he's able to get off on his own accord. He's holding his hand. It's getting cold here, Blaine. You can probably start feeling them hits a little worse here in the cold.
Yeah, for sure. And as it is, that's a good stop defensively again at the goal line for the Wildcats. It'll be 3rd and goal here from just outside the goal line.
2:15 to go here. What are we stopping the play for now?
I think Beggs is calling a timeout.
Beggs going to call a timeout. We'll take one with him. We'll be right back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 West Side Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Stuteville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And he hands off to the running back, and he's just going to go untouched into the end zone. Blocked up really well by that right side of the offensive line as he is able to get in untouched for another Beggs touchdown.
40-0 now the score here. 2:09 to go in before halftime. Wildcats showed some grit there, making Beggs work a little bit harder to get across the goal line.
Yeah, you did stop them 2 consecutive plays there on the goal line. Just couldn't do it a third time.
Here's the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way. Plenty of leg that time, and the kick is good. 41-0. We'll take another break and be back here. This is Wildcat Football presented by First Bank.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back already in progress. Kickoff fielded by Davis Grant at the 15 to the 20. Now going sideways. Tries to make a man miss. Going backwards. Tries to get back to the 25. Does not. Taken down at the 23-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, good tough return there. Trying to make men miss. Spinning as long as he could. Fighting for extra yards. But he goes down at about the 23, 24-yard line. See where they set it down. They're going to set it down just shy of the 24. That's where actually, nope, they're going to back it up now. Just shy of the, nope.
No, they're
just shy of the 24.
They're just toying with you now,
It'll
Blaine.
be 1st and 10 there for the Wildcats.
They said, that guy up there on top of the press box, we're going to make him look like a fool.
Exactly. They said, let's play with the commentator for a minute. 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Wildcats.
1:59 to go here before halftime. Shotgun formation now. 2 receivers to the right side. Brown back in at quarterback. Kind of a wide snap. Gets it gathered up. Hands off to Stowe. Crossing the 25. Taking down just shy of the 30. That's a good run there by Bryson Stowe. Picks up about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Wildcats. We've seen a couple of positive runs. It's the 2nd and 3rd down plays that's been kind of giving the Wildcats fits tonight.
Yeah, and on that one, I really just watched the interior of the offensive line. That one was successful because they got a double team on the big nose guard on that one.
Same play, Stowe, and he's drugged down from his neck. Loses a yard. They're going to give him no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, defender was able to grab him by the jersey there and held on for dear life, was able to sling him down for no gain. Be 3rd and 5 coming up for the Wildcats from their own 29.
Game clock now under 60 seconds to go here before halftime. Shotgun formation for Kobe Brown. He's being flanked by Bryson Stowe. Now Stowe in motion, empty backfield. Split receivers to both sides. Brown looking to pass, has time, Steps up in the pocket, throws it across the middle, and it's intercepted at the 50. To the 45, to the 40. It's now a foot race down the right side, tiptoes down the sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds inside the 25 down to about the 23. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Demons. They'll have 30 seconds to put 6-7 more points on the board.
Yeah, that one trying to hit a shot deep over the middle, and Beggs read that well, had it well defended. Nowhere really to go with the football. Kobe tried it anyway into coverage, and nice interception made there right at midfield, and a good return down to the Wildcat 23. That's where Beggs takes over 1st and 10.
Rain now makes its return back here at Beggs. Coming down pretty hard now. It's going to be off and on rain most of the night. I think once it sets in here, I think it's going to rain for the duration of the night. This is just a really raw, miserable kind of game. Shotgun formation. Davidson with the snap. We're going to blow the play dead, and we're going to have a delay of game. Davidson taking a little too long there on that play clock as the cheerleaders tent trying to take its way out of the building.
Yeah, it is trying to blow on out of here as the wind's really kicking up. 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 15 from the 28.
Same formation. Davidson rolling. It's going to take a deep shot down the middle and over the head, incomplete into the end zone.
Yeah, that one was covered well by the Wildcats defensively. Didn't really have an open receiver. There was Wildcats in the area. That one was kind of turned into probably more of a throwaway ball there by Davidson, and it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 28.
In fact, up here on top of the box, we've got about 3 hands holding down our canopy.
And the wind subsides.
Shotgun formation, Davidson rolling to his right, looking down the field, throws it at the 20, caught at the 15, pushing the pile down almost to the 10, down to the 12. That stops the clock momentarily. Did he have a first down?
If it's to the 12, it is a first down.
I think Begg's going to call a timeout regardless. We'll leave it here. 17 seconds to go here before halftime.
I think it is a
trying
first.
to punch it in. They got it at the 13.
I think it is a first down. They're moving the chains. That's exactly 15 yards.
Yep.
It was 2nd and 15. So he got the first down on it, on that pass. Good job of getting some extra yards after the catch there to get the first down. Be 1st and 10 from the 13. There looks like there's 17.1 on the clock after Beggs takes their 2nd timeout of the half.
Beggs with 1 timeout left. They can still get a first down without scoring. They got to get to the 3 for a first down. Shotgun formation for Davidson.
Can't forget about the run here if you're the defense, as they do still have a timeout.
Davidson going to roll the pocket to his right, looking in the end zone, caught at the 5, and takes a few steps into the end zone. Another touchdown, Beggs Demons.
Yeah, moved the pocket to his right, had a little bit of time to look and survey downfield, found a man that was open at about right at the sticks, about the 3, and then he did a good job of finding his way into the end zone from there for another Golden Demon touchdown.
47-0 now, 11 and a half seconds here before halftime. Now waiting the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way, and it is good. 48-0. It's been all Beggs here in the first half. We'll take another break and be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX Shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop. Thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back in progress. Here's the kick fielded at the 15 up to the 20 is Stowe. Now tries to go left. Cuts upfield to the 30, still on his feet. And the ball comes out. Beggs with it, and they're going to return it.
I think they're
going
blowing
to blow it dead.
I think
Fortunate for the Wildcats, ball slipped out right there at the end, but forward progress stopped Stowe at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and that ran all the time off of the clock as well, so it's halftime.
It's now halftime. We'll take a break and be back here. We'll be back with some halftime stats and some scores from across the district. This is Wildcat football presented by First Bank.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden Halftime Show. Let the Flower Garden help you kick off any special occasion with both big and small with an array of floral options. You can customize your own arrangements or save your stress and let our experts do it for you. Call Leslie and the girls at 927-9100. We are at halftime here in Beggs. 48-0 in favor of the Demons here in the first half. It's been all Beggs. It started with a kickoff return the first 11 seconds, and it's kind of been all Demons since then. Blaine with some first half stats.
Yeah, first half stats. Not real pretty if you're a Wildcats fan. For the Wildcats, 1 first down, and it came via a penalty. 19 carries for just 21 yards, 0 of 3 passing, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 penalty for 15 yards, 1 out of 7 on third down. The conversion was the penalty. 0 of 1 on fourth down. Some individual stats. Davis Grant, 2 carries for 1 yard. Colby Brown, 2 carries for 1 yard, 0 of 3 passing with the interception. Jet Walkup, 4 carries for 7 yards. Rowdy Hemphill, 4 carries for 6 yards. For the Demons, 13 first downs. They have carried it 11 times for 182 yards. They're 10 out of 12 throwing the ball for 77 yards, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. They've had 4 penalties for 44 yards. 1 out of 3 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down.
Those are your first half stats. Again, this is the Flower Garden Halftime Show. Again, we had some scores, or we had some games take place last night trying to beat the rain and beat the storms. Davis beating Comanche 35-0. They move into second place in the district momentarily. Holdenville beating Community Christian 46-14. We do have a score for Dibble and Tishomingo. It is 28-0. They're currently in a rain delay down there in Dibble. They're playing in Dibble, so kind of central Oklahoma. That's where the storms are coming from. I think they're kind of trotting across from the southwest to the northeast across the state. I'm sure they will be here at some point. 15 and a half minutes to go here before halftime. Kind of wondered if they would do the full halftime here or kind of abbreviate it, just trying to beat the rain. Looks like we're going to go full halftime. No halftime performance tonight from the bands. About 15 and a half minutes to go here on the Flower Garden halftime show. We'll take another break. Be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
The RX Shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back here on the Flower Garden halftime show. It is 48-0 here at halftime in Beggs, Oklahoma. Got about 13 and a half minutes left here in halftime. It's a pretty good hike, Blaine, for the visitor locker room. It's a good ways over there.
It's a ways. I made that hike on the way in here to help you set up. That's where I'm parked with the band trailers over there right by it. It is a good ways.
It's not close. It's one of the further visiting locker rooms that we've seen over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's one that if it wasn't raining, you might almost think about just going and popping down in an end zone and not walk all the way over there. But with the rain, you go ahead and go. But
so again, no halftime performances tonight. The rain keeping the bands away, but Coalgate band did make the trip here, just not performing. They did receive a good rating, I believe, this week in the contest that they went to, so congratulations to the band members. They've worked hard. They've done a really good job all year. We've seen a lot of their halftime performances, doing a really good job, really turning that program around. Mr. Tim Howell, the band director, doing an excellent job with the students, and it seems like the kids have really bought in to what he is doing and bringing there to the band there at Coalgate.
Yeah, it seems like they just get better each and every week, which is what you're looking for sure, and getting to be a pretty quality program there for sure.
Do want to mention, talking to Coach, Superintendent Phil Wilkinson, he did mention a couple of weeks ago that the bond that passed, I believe, last year, they did complete getting all of the air conditioners and heaters put in, the new air conditioners at the elementary school. So he wanted to make sure that we mentioned that on air. So thank you for all the support. For Coalgate schools, the elementary school able to receive new air conditioners, which they desperately needed there in the elementary school. Got about, we're under 12 minutes here, Blaine. Let's talk a little bit about, I know it's not basketball season yet, but how about the Thunder? You know, the Thunder, another double overtime game last night. That's the first team in NBA history to start the season 2 double overtime games back to back, and they looked really winded at the end of that one last night.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that for sure. You know, I would just say it's to come out of that stretch 2-0 against a really good Rockets team that you figure is going to be one of your main competitors in the Western Conference. And then, yeah, they're without Tyrese Halliburton, but that's still a good Pacers team that you played in the finals. And going up there and getting a win in double overtime when you're pretty shorthanded as well. You know, J-Dub's still out. Isaiah Joe's been out.
Caruso was out.
Got a concussion apparently in the Rockets game.
At the end of the game. Cason Wallace was out last night as well. So you're really kind of struggling on defense as far as defensive guards. And that's what Indiana has. They've got a lot of guards that can score with Neesmith. Benedict Matherin last night really went off. Did a really good job there for the Pacers to really kind of keep them in it. And, of course, Siakam just doing Siakam things. I mean, there was a stretch there that they were hitting everything they threw up. I mean, it was really good defense.
It gave you flashbacks. You know, there wasn't quite the same, full arrangement of guys on either side as the finals, but it kind of felt like the finals again. The intensity of the game, the closeness of the game, it was pretty fun for just the second game of the regular season. But
you figure the Thunder are going to be there again, barring any injuries. But for me, I didn't, and I know Halliburton's out and will be out for most of the year. He might be able to come back maybe the last month of the season, a couple of weeks.
Right.
I just don't know if, to me, not having the center, the center that
Miles Turner,
letting him go, they just got no size, and I just wonder how well that's going to play out for them. Do they make a move at deadline? Probably they got to make a move and try to get a big man.
I think they're going to probably let it play out and see what this complement of guys can do, where they can have them record-wise as you get close to the trade deadline, and then go accordingly. If you're really, really in the hunt to be a top 4 or 5 seed still, even without Halliburton, you probably make a play for a center. And if not, you may just kind of punt on this season and say, we'll go after somebody in free agency. We're not good enough to leverage trading draft picks or something to get a center if you're looking at just being in the play-in tournament or something.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. I think the East is interesting. Indiana's hurt. Boston's hurt. It really kind of seems like it's there for the taking for the Cavs or the Knicks in the East.
Yeah, watching the Knicks play the other night, Jalen Brunson he's just really good ball player. Really good clutch player there for the Knicks. The East, like I said, the East it's kind of wide open for me. The West, though, it's like a slugfest. I'm not an OU fan and definitely not an SEC fan, but every time they line up to play, it's a tough game, and it's going to be that way in the West this year. Super deep. Watching the Mavericks play the other night against Wembanyama. Wembanyama, it's like an alien. I mean, he's just way good at everything he does. And only going to get better.
That's the one thing that kind of worries me a little bit for the Thunder come playoff time is it going to perhaps take so much out of you to get out of the West again that then you're maybe more vulnerable than you should be against one of those Eastern teams that you probably feel like you have a better roster than, but you've went through a gauntlet, maybe a couple of 7-game series just to get back to the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are you maybe going to, once you get there, be winded because it's just been so tough to get out of the West?
I think you got to go all the way back.
It's kind of an advantage for whoever comes out of the East, potentially.
You think you got to go all the way back to the Warriors when they back-to-back. It was the last repeat that you've had as NBA champions.
It's so tough to repeat.
It's because you have such a short summer. Your summer is so short. You only get a couple of, maybe 2 months of rest. And it's not really rest because during that time you're celebrating and you're still on a high from winning the championship, and then you turn around and get right back into the regular season. I don't expect the Thunder to win as many games as they did this year. I think they'll rest more. I think you'll see SGA rest more. I think you'll see Chet rest more just because of that shortened off season.
I agree.
And, just kind of get into the play, which the Thunder, again, barring injuries, are going to make the playoffs. Just kind of get in and then make your hay and get everybody healthy and rested.
And I think they're good enough, too, that you can do that some and probably still be the 1 seed if you're, if you really want
when you got A.J. Mitchell
seed,
playing like he did last night, you can I think
do
that's
some
another
things.
steal that Sam Presti's made in the second round. Him and Wiggins both. 2 diamonds in the rough found in the second round.
And because the West is so tough and going to be such a slugfest, it's not going to take anywhere near 68 wins to be the number 1 seed. I think if a team gets close to 60 wins, for sure 60. I think even you get 57,
I'm
58,
thinking
59,
55,
you're going to have a good shot of being the 1 seed, which is all that really matters for your playoff seed.
Yep. Got about 6.5 minutes to go. I'm sure y'all guys have heard enough Thunder talk. When we return, we will talk a little bit about OU coming up. They're playing Ole Miss tomorrow in a very wet and soggy Norman, Oklahoma. We'll take another break and be back here. This is the Flower Garden Halftime Show right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Coalgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
And we're back here in Beggs, Oklahoma. It is halftime, 48-0. Got about 4.5 minutes left to go here in halftime. We do want to give a huge shout-out and a big congratulations to Coalgate's own Brooks Hale, making the state cross-country match, I believe tomorrow.
It is tomorrow in Shawnee, I believe.
Shawnee. I think North Rock Creek, I think, is where they have that at.
Yep.
Just north of Shawnee. So huge congratulations. Best of luck to Brooks Hale as he goes to represent Coalgate in the state cross-country meet. Congratulations. I know his family's proud of him. Worked hard, doing a really good job. I believe just a freshman.
Yes, he's just a freshman.
Just a freshman.
Just a freshman.
Doing a really good job. As we move kind of toward, let's talk about baseball, Blaine. We got the World Series starting tonight. The Blue Jays hosting the Dodgers, the dreadful Dodgers. Just can't stand the Dodgers.
Tell us how you really feel about them, Cody.
I'm not a Dodgers fan at all. But the Blue Jays, I believe now, if you wanted to know the score, if you're DVRing it, mute real quick. Score is 2-0. I believe bottom of the third inning, the Blue Jays are trailing the Dodgers. I just don't see any way that you can control or you can keep that Dodger offense or the Dodgers starting pitching. Those first four starting pitchers they have they're lights out. Now, I do think that the Dodgers are vulnerable in the bullpen.
You got to keep the game close enough and get to the bullpen if you're the Blue Jays. If you can get to the bullpen in a tie game or only trailing by 1 or 2, you got a shot because the bullpen is a little shaky. That's the one weakness the Dodgers have. But the Blue Jays pitching has not been just great either in the postseason at times.
How about the move going with the 21-year-old rookie tonight to start the World? I know he's been really good. He started this year in low A ball and worked his way all the way up.
He's played basically every level of professional baseball in 1 year and now starting game 1 of the World Series. That's incredible.
I think they wanted to give Gosman, who's kind of their ace, wanted to give him another day of rest as the Wildcats have made their way back onto the field. Rain continued to fall sideways. No, I figure the Dodgers will win in 5. I think Toronto steals 1 somewhere, but I think the Dodgers win in 5, and I think they make it look easy.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. And I will say there is something – the Blue Jays kind of have some magic there at the Rogers Center. If they can stretch it back to a Game 6 where they have a chance to play 2 home games and win them to win a World Series, it might get a little dicey for the Dodgers. But I'm like you. I think the Dodgers will get it done in probably 5. I think the Blue Jays will probably find a way to win one of these first 2 in Toronto. I think it's going to be really hard for them to win in L.A.
I think they get the next game, Game 2, with Gosman pitching. I really like Gosman. Really good pitcher for the Blue Jays. I do think they get Gosman. I'm not sure who the Dodgers will throw.
Schneider's got to let Gosman go deep enough. I felt like a couple times in that ALCS he pulled him a little early.
Yeah. Got about a minute and a half left here at halftime. Beggs now making their way out onto the field. They'll throw a couple of minutes back on the clock. But a big game in Norman tomorrow. I think it's probably the biggest game of the week, I would say. 2 ranked teams. Ole Miss, number 8. And I think
OU's
or
12,
number 5.
13.
I think OU's 12. I think OU's 13. I know Ole Miss, they're inside the top 10. They may be 5th.
No,
Anyway,
they took a loss last week. They lost to Georgia, so they're probably more like 8 or 9.
probably 8th. Yep. Okay, Ole Miss is 8th. Our statistician here.
8 and 13.
8
Lyndon Burnett.
Lyndon Burnett, the statistician. No, big game in Norman. You kind of figure it would be the biggest win that OU's had since moving to the SEC if they were to steal one against Lane Kiffin. The OU defense is really good.
It's really good.
This is kind of I would say their first true test, offensive test of the year. They played an anemic Michigan Wolverine offense earlier this year. South Carolina couldn't get out of their own way. What a disappointment for Shane Beamer and the Gamecocks. It was supposed to be playoffs for them with Lenore Sellers at quarterback. Really no good. Jackson Arnold, bless his heart, at Auburn,
he just can't throw the ball away.
He can't throw the ball away. He wants to hold it you can't hold the ball in the pocket for 10 seconds. I mean, nobody's ever been able to do that. But a big game tomorrow in Norman between OU and Ole Miss.
I think the cat and mouse game between Kiffin and Venables as far as Ole Miss offense, OU defense is going to be fun to watch. Kiffin, he made a point earlier this week, and I think a lot of OU fans took offense to it. To me, they shouldn't have. He wasn't meaning it, I didn't think, in the way of like OU's doing anything that they shouldn't as far as I don't think he meant it like in a Michigan way of selling Steins. He meant it more in a way of, hey, OU does a really good job of watching film and figuring out what your signals are, which is perfectly legal.
I think it was more of a compliment.
It was more of a compliment to Brent Venables than anything. I think a lot of fans took it as a diss, but I don't think that's what he meant it as. But he made a very good point. That is a lot of, OU has a lot of good talent defensively, but the coaching is what kind of puts it to another level. And Brent Venables has always been that guy defensively for 20-plus years now. And
you knew Venables was going to turn it around. This is his 4th year, start of his fourth year. You knew it was going to take him some time to get SEC quality defensive players. R. Mason Thomas, really good defensive end. Just an overall really good. And when OU's healthy, now the question with OU is they've got a lot of injuries on the offensive line this week. Simmons not playing, already ruled out, one of the offensive linemen. So, Ole Miss is going to have they got a good defensive front as well. So you wonder how well this offensive line, who has struggled at times, especially in the second half of the Texas game, if there is a boogaboo in the OU offense, chink in their armor, it would be the offensive line. So I wonder how well the offensive line will hold up tomorrow against the front four, against the Ole Miss Rebels.
Yeah, and that's going to be a sloppy field, too,
yes,
down in Norman. Natural grass field that's taken a lot of rain the last couple of days.
I like the running back they played last week that's getting more playing time. I can't remember his name. He just started last week, did a really good job. I don't know the material is still 100%.
He's probably not.
I think they rushed him back, to be honest with you.
I thought they shouldn't have played him against Texas personally.
Yeah.
But I think that game, to me, I think both, OU's really good defensively. Ole Miss is good enough defensively, and with the field conditions being what they're going to be, I think probably whoever finds a way to score 20 points probably wins that game.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, a sloppy, wet, nasty field. It's been raining in Norman all day. It'll rain tonight. They have natural grass. Obviously, the Sooner fans know that. We won't talk about OSU. I don't even know what the record is. I don't even know who's playing at OSU anymore. We're just punting on this season. We'll try to get next year, see what it is. I did see Steve Lutz, though. He got another 4-star recruit today, now top 10 recruiting class in the country for the upcoming season after getting Montanado. I think things are turning upwards at Gallagher-Iba for Steve Lutz.
Yeah, and had it's just an exhibition, but a big win a couple weeks ago down in Alabama over Auburn, who was a Final Four team last year as well. So I think the Cowboy basketball program is going to be back on the rise.
This has been the Flower Garden Halftime Show. Flower Garden will help you kick off any special occasion, both big and small, with an array of floral options. You can customize your own arrangement or save the stress and let our experts do it for you. You can call 9,100 as we're about set to kick off the second half here. Wherever you are, however you are, hope you're joining us. Thank you for tuning in from the comfort of your home or wherever you are. I'm sure it's a lot drier and nicer and pleasant than where we're at right now. Rain coming down sideways here in Beggs, Oklahoma. Wind picking up. Temperature continues to fall, now 55 degrees here in Beggs. Wildcats will receive the kickoff here. Fielded at the 15-yard line by Lackey, up to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Still on his feet to the 35, to the 40. And a huge kick return there by Weston Lackey, the freshman. Good starting field position here for the Wildcats. They're going to give it down to the Beggs 41.
Yeah, really nice kick return by Lackey, about a 25-yard return from the 16 out to the 41. Had good blocking. Did a good job of picking a lane and just going with it, not trying to dance around. Just hit the hole, the alley that has been created by your kick return unit and get as much as you can. He got 25 yards on that one. Wildcats with their best starting field position of the night. 1st and 10 from their own 41 to start the second half.
Shotgun formation now for the Wildcats. Brown in the backfield. It's going to be handoff Hemphill up the middle, crossing the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. Makes a man miss to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, and finally taken down out of bounds about the 43-yard line of Beggs. That's the best play of the night for the Wildcats as Hemphill escapes a tackle, picks up about 15 down to the Beggs 41.
Yeah, really nice play. He had about 4 or 5 yards initially just off the initial blocking. Did a good job of shedding a defender and getting all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 18 and a Wildcat 1st down and 10.
Shotgun formation for Brown. Another handoff, Hemphill up the middle, crossing the 40. Pushing the pile. Taken down inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, another good tough run that time inside by Hemphill. Not as much room on it, but gets what he can. Gets about 3 on that one down to the Beggs 38-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 7. Two good plays to start this second half, Cody. Both runs up the middle, letting that interior of the offensive line that's kind of been your strength over the last couple of weeks in the run game is getting behind the center, Burris, and the guards, McNutt and Franklin, doing a good job getting a push in the interior.
Beggs still with their starting defense on the field. High snap, pulled down by Brown, handoff to Hemphill. Picks up a couple on that 2nd down run, just shy of the 35 down to the 36.
Yeah, not a lot of room on that one, but he gets what he can. Gets 2 down to the 36. It'll be 3rd and 5 from there for the Wildcats.
Now 10:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Good showing of Wildcat fans making the drive north about an hour and 45 minutes up the turnpike. Shotgun formation for Brown. Quarterback draw all the way. Tries to get behind the line of scrimmage and is kind of held up there. Taken down by the big defensive lineman. Again, that's Howard, 6'3", 330-pound defensive lineman. No gain on that 3rd down run. It'll be 4th down and 5 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good push there in the middle by that big interior of the Beggs defensive line. Just kind of stonewalling that play right there at the line of scrimmage. Not much room for Brown to try to create anything, and it's now 4th and 5 from the 36.
I figure the Wildcats are going to go for it here.
Yeah, no reason not to here in plus field position at the Beggs 36-yard line.
2 receivers to the right. Davis Grant by himself to the left. Shotgun formation. It's a pass. He's going to take a shot deep down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Bryson Stowe more or less had to turn into the defender. Keep that ball out of the hands of the defensive back. Yeah, falls incomplete, and the Beggs Demons will take over at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, trying to hit Stowe on a post there. It was defended pretty well by Beggs, and then also the throw come out just a little bit behind Bryson. Not quite enough on that throw leading him, and like you said, he had to turn into defender to knock it down, and Beggs takes over from there, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line after the turnover on downs.
As we got some backup offensive players here for Beggs, crossing the 40, taken down at the 45. That's a positive run there on 1st down. Picks up about 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 now as the backup quarterback into the game is going to be number 4, Boston Bookout. 5'7", 160-pound sophomore. In fact, I think his dad was the coach that was up here in the box with us for Beggs. Talking to him before the game. 2nd and 1, handoff, running back has the right at the line to gain. He may be short.
Got a flag as well. I think he is definitely short. We'll see what the flag is.
That's pretty close. That's right at the line. They may have to measure that pending the penalty here. May not matter. It is a false start.
False start against the Demons.
Against Beggs. Didn't know if White Hat was ever going to quit twisting them arms.
Yeah, he wanted to get an arm workout there. Looked like he gave us the signal for a long time. Made sure we knew that was a false start.
So that'd be a 5-yard penalty.
Back him up to about the 40.5. And that will make it.
That's 2nd down and 6, 7.
2nd and about 6, yeah.
And Bookout, the backup quarterback in the game for Beggs, now man in motion. It's going to be a jet sweep to the motion man from the right to the left to the right. Tries to get to the edge, does not. Tackle down from behind by Kyler Woods at the 45-yard line. You got a few of those penalty yards back. It's now going to be 3rd and 1 now for the Demons.
Yeah, going to be just shy on that pitch forward, just shy of the 46. Looks like he's got to get about another yard. Looks like the sticks are just shy of the 47.
It's about a 46.5-yard line is where the line to gain is.
So 3rd and about a yard here.
Montague, the running back in the game for the Demons, with Bookout. Blitz coming up the middle. Quick pass from Bookout, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. I think that was Easton Loudermilk getting his big paw up there, knocking the ball down. Incomplete, be 4th and about a half a yard.
Yeah, Loudermilk does a good job of that on that play, and he's done that several times throughout the year. He does a really good job having good awareness. If he can't get all the way to the quarterback, does a good job of getting his hands up in the passing lanes, getting a hand on it. Looks like Beggs
going to punt for the first time tonight.
Looks like they are going to punt, yeah. Getting in a punt formation here on 4th and about a yard from their own 46-yard line.
It's going to send Bryson Stowe to stand at his own about 17-yard line. Again, the Wildcats right to left on your radio dial. 7.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the punt. High thinks about running it. Now barely gets it away. And it's going to bounce at the 15 and go sideways. Beggs trying to push Hemphill into the ball.
Yeah, Wildcats got to do a little better job of just getting way away from that. Really nice punt. Waited almost too long, but got it off and got a really high punt. Lots of hang time. No chance for a return on it with the bounce. They're going to put it down on the 16-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over their second possession here in the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 16.
Looks like the rain has subsided for a moment. Wind still blowing. Got an immediate update. 2-run home run for the Blue Jays. Ties things up.
Who hit it? Did you?
I don't have that information. My statistician didn't give me a name. He just, statistician being Josh Talley. It's being a handoff to Stowe. Tries to get to the right edge. Still looking, and plants his foot. Goes north and south for a couple of yards. Looks like they're going to give him maybe 2 up to the 19-yard line, 18-yard line.
Yeah, Beggs did a good job of stringing that one out, not ever really giving Bryson the edge. Only able to get a couple on that one out to the 18, make it 2nd and 8. Coach Talley getting a shout-out on the broadcast 2 weeks in a row.
He keeps it up. He's going to get a golden star for being a true listener. I may not talk too bad about him in the basketball games. He keeps it up.
He's building up goodwill on your part.
Building up goodwill. It's going to be a handoff. Stowe up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage. Again, Howard. Just grizzly bear tackling Stowe. There's about a 100-pound difference between those two, or 150-pound difference between those two. Howard, I would say, would be the biggest player we've seen this year.
Yeah, he looks every bit the part of a guy that's going to go on and play some college ball somewhere with that size.
6'3", 330. And he's from here, I mean, we're what, 50 yards from them?
Oh, he's noticeably bigger than everybody else.
Here's a shotgun. Pump fake. Now going to take a deep shot down the field. Has Grant at the 45. It's caught at the 50. To the 40. It's a foot race. You're not going to catch him. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Really nice throw on that one by Colby Brown. Best throw of the night by far. Nice route run by Davis Grant on that go route. And a really, really nice pass from Colby Brown. Hit him in stride on the deep ball for a touchdown. That's an 82-yard touchdown strike from Brown to Davis Grant.
5.5 minutes to go on that touchdown throw from Brown to Grant. Grant got behind the defense. That double pump fake, kind of stutter step on. Yeah, a good route there by Davis Grant.
Really nice double move route run by Davis Grant, and that might be the best throw Colby's made all season.
Year.
That was a heck of a throw, hitting him in stride.
And got to give a shout out to the offensive line. Gave Brown some time to throw. Going to go for two. It's going to be a handoff. It's dropped on the ground, still on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Beggs. So 2-point conversion, no good. But the Wildcats do get on the board here in the third quarter. We'll take a break and be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
And we're back after that beautiful throw from Colby Brown to Davis Grant. Just threw it right in the breadbasket. 82-yard touchdown pass. I would be willing to say that maybe the longest touchdown play of the year for the Wildcats. I can't remember off the top of my head if they've had a longer one.
I think it's probably a pretty safe bet that is the longest one of the year.
Here's the kickoff for Walkup. Kicked, fielded at the 30. It's on the ground, still on the ground. Beggs picks it up, comes out of the pile at the 35, and finally taken down. That was a really dangerous play there from Beggs. Coalgate just a few yards from recovering that football, but Beggs falls back on it, and they're going to take over at their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, did a good job of corralling it after the initial drop. One where the conditions definitely playing a factor, I'm sure, with the rain all night. Those wet footballs are hard to keep a hold of sometimes. Gets about 7 yards on that out to the 37 where they will take over 1st and 10. That last drive by the Wildcats, just 3 plays to cover 84 yards, ending in the 82-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Davis Grant.
Three receivers to the near side. Now a man in motion. Hand off to the running back. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Hemphill and Burris in on the tackle. It'll be no gain on the running back. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, good job there getting to him quickly on that play. Not letting him have much room to run. They get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Be 2nd and 10 for Beggs from their own 37.
Book out, the backup quarterback in the game for the Demons. Pistol formation. Book out going to keep it himself. Now reverses course and going to take a huge loss. Again, the tag team of Hemphill and Burris in on a big loss for Book out. Looked like kind of a busted play there. Going to lose about 10 yards.
Yeah, I think the running back maybe went the wrong direction on that one. Looked like he was trying to find the running back to hand it off, and instead he wasn't there, and then just had to try to make something happen. Good job by the Wildcats to get to him deep in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 7. Bring up 3rd and 17 from the 30.
So Beggs going backwards here. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Split receivers, 2 to each side of the formation. Book out. Taking all the time off the game clock. Looking at Coach Shannon. Doing a good job here as the head coach. Back to pass. Throws deep down across the middle, and it is caught, dropped. Looks like he had it, but he just flat out dropped that at the Coalgate 40. Ball's incomplete. That was a touchdown, Blaine. It'll be 4th down and 17.
Yeah, Wildcats very fortunate on that one as he had his man beat and was wide open. Just not able to bring that ball in on that one, and it'll be 4th and 17. Time to punt once again for the Beggs Demons.
So back-to-back punts here to start the third quarter for the Wildcat defense as Bryson Stowe's going to retreat back to his own 35-yard line. Wildcats right to left on your radio dial.
Beggs looks like they're a player short, having to run a player on late here. Or maybe they're not. Now he's running back off. Going to end up getting a delay of game here, looks like. Or a timeout, one or the other.
We'll see which one came first. Looks like they're going to hit him with the delay of game. I don't think Coach Shannon wants to use a timeout here in a 48-6 lead. They're going to take the 5-yard penalty. A little bit of special teams confusion there for the Beggs Demons.
Yeah, and after that 5-yard delay of game penalty, it'll now be 4th and 22 from their own 25.
Stowe moves up to his own 40. A high booming kick. And that's going to take a huge Beggs bounce. It bounces at the 30 and then going to roll all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, I really don't understand why Bryson Stowe didn't go at least fair catch that. You lost another 10 or 15 yards of field position by letting that one bounce and roll. Winds up being a heck of a punt all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's a 52-yard punt for the Beggs punter. The Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 13.
3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It is 48-6. Wildcats coming off that 82-yard touchdown throw from Colby Brown to Davis Grant. Really taking our time here. I'm not sure what we're waiting on.
I don't know either what that was taking so long about that, but now it looks like we're ready to play.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. Stowe's in the backfield, flanking Brown to his right. It's going to be a pass. Trying to set the screen up. Stowe gets it at the 15. Has a couple of blockers up to the 20. It's a good job there by the Wildcats. Get positive yards on that first down play.
Yeah, nice
Picks
first
up
down.
about 9, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Nice first down play there. Setting up the screen there to Bryson Stowe out of the backfield. Getting some blockers in front. Getting about 8.5 on that one. Looks like they set it down about the 21.5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 1.5.
Clock now rolls inside of 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Going to be a handoff. Stowe up the middle has the first down to the 25 to the 30, still on his feet, pulling some defenders down to the 34-yard line, and a really late flag coming in.
Yeah, and coming in kind of in the secondary downfield. That run it got him all the way out to about the 35. We'll see what the flag is.
Looks like we're going to get a hold against the Wildcats.
That's too bad because it happened kind of downfield at the very end of the play.
So that was it's a big gain.
I think you might still have a first down out of it.
He's going to, yeah, he should by about 2 yards. He got down to the 35. That should push him back to the 25. The line to gain was the 28, or excuse me, 23. That is enough for the first down. So after all that, it'll just go down as a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain.
Yeah, another really good job of blocking on the interior of that one is they opened up a pretty big hole for Stowe and did a good job of running through it. Like I said, the hole was kind of at the end of the play downfield. Kind of too bad that it happened because it really didn't have much effect on the play with where it happened.
Shotgun formation. Brown going to keep it himself. Has some room to run to the 30. Still on his feet to the 35, to the 40, and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. That's a gain of about 15 yards there, Blaine.
Yeah, really nice play design there on that one, getting Colby Brown on the draw. And he gets about 18 on that one all the way out to the 43. Another Wildcat first down. Offense finally finding a little bit of rhythm here late in the third quarter.
Again, Begg still has their starting defensive line in the game. Shotgun formation, Brown with the ball. Handoff Stowe, same play to the 50, now into Begg's territory, tackled down from behind inside the 45 at the 44. Picks up about 13 yards on that run, another first down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, another job well done by the offensive line on that one, springing Stowe for another first down all the way down to the 44. Going to be a 13-yard gain. First and 10 from the Beggs 44-yard line coming up.
Coalgate now in plus territory. Shotgun formation, Stowe in the backfield with Brown. It's going to be a handoff, Stowe. And it's taken down. Is that not a horse collar tackle? They're not going to call it. Loses about 6 yards on that run.
I think they're going to say initially he kind of had the jersey up around the shoulder pad instead of the horse collar. Going to call it a good tackle. That one, unfortunate for the Wildcats, is you lose 6 yards on that one all the way back to midfield. Be second and 16.
Really nice facility here for Beggs. Got the big track, asphalt track around the field. Turf. One of the nicer fields that we'll see this year.
Yeah, that turf is really nice on a night like tonight when it's wet, for sure.
Shotgun formation, blitz coming. Brown rolling away from it, throws to Grant. Catches it about the 46, and he's pushed backwards. Forward progress is going to give Davis Grant a few yards. Picks up 3. It'll be third down and about 13 now for the Wildcats from the Beggs 47.
Yeah, good job there moving the pocket, getting just a quick pass out to Davis Grant in the flat. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to really break any tackles. Not much gain on the play, only about 3 yards, and it'll be third and 13 from the 47. Third down here. Got to figure if you can get some yards, it's definitely go for it on fourth down time. Would be nice to get a good chunk of that 13 here on third down.
2 receivers now to the left. Stowe in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. Brown has time, looking. Now going to throw it deep down the near side, and it is caught by Stowe inside the 20.
That's a catch.
That is absolutely a catch.
What are they? What are we calling? Make a call. He got that left foot down.
Yeah,
looked like from
he's
up here.
Down inside the 20. They're going to push him out at the 18-yard line. Another good throw there from Kobe Brown. We've seen a couple of good throws here in the third quarter, just laying it right in the breadbasket. Stowe with a big reception there.
Yeah, 29-yard gain on that one. Beautiful ball once again by Kobe Brown for a 29-yard gain there to make it first and 10 at the Demon 18-yard line. Stowe did a good job on that catch along the sidelines, getting that left foot down in bounds before the right foot hit out for the good catch.
Shotgun formation, Stowe back in the backfield with Brown. Brown gets the play. It's a pitch to Stowe, tries to get to the right edge. He does. Has Kyler Woods in front of him, following him inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. It's a good positive run there on first down by Bryson Stowe. Looks like they're going to give him about 5 yards. It'll be second down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, nice job there. Nice play design, getting it to Stowe in space with Kyler Woods out in front of him to block, and gets about 5 yards on that one down to the 13. It'll be second and 5 from the Beggs 13.
Should be the final play of the third quarter, and it absolutely will. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. When we return, we'll have the last frame of the game. Wildcats trail 48-6 as we start the fourth. We'll take a break. Be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Looking for the perfect outfit or a unique gift? Visit Triple Heart Boutique. The latest trends in women and children's clothing, stylish accessories, and charming decor. Show your team pride with their exclusive Spirit Wear collection. Need an energy boost? Stop by for one of their refreshing teas and stay glowing all year long with their tanning and red light beds. Open Tuesday through Friday from 6 to 6 and Saturday 10 till 2. Visit Triple Heart Boutique at 117 North Main Street in Coalgate.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
And we're back here, Wildcat football presented by First Bank. At First Bank, they help real people just like you take on real opportunities from your day-to-day challenges to life-changing dreams. First Bank is here for you, here for possibilities. Visit firstbank-ok.com, member FDIC.
Cody, the offense for the Wildcats really coming to life there in that third quarter. 192 total yards of offense in the third quarter after just 21 in the first half.
Now it looks like Beggs is going to sprinkle in a few more backup players here to start the fourth quarter. Beggs trying to keep pace with Davis and Dibble in Holdenville, trying to get that final fourth spot. Now Stowe motions out of the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. Hemphill makes a man miss, crossing the 10, taking down at the 9. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 now inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, good run that time by Hemphill. Good blocking on the interior. Didn't get the first down, but got a whole lot of the yardage he needed. Got 4 down to the 9-yard line to make it 3rd down and 1 coming up from the 9.
May see the wishbone formation here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I got 2 plays to get a yard here, and that's exactly what they're going to line up in.
Brown's going to go under center. Kyler Wood, the leading fullback, is going to be a handoff to him. Pushes the pile, crossing the 5, still on his feet.
Still
on his
going.
feet.
Touchdown.
And crosses the goal line, strike up the man. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Kyler Woods with a good job on that one. Kind of fooled them. Wildcats haven't given it to Kyler Woods as that lead back through very often this year, but giving it to him there and did a good job of keeping those legs churning and bouncing off the pile and into the end zone for a 9-yard touchdown run.
In fact, according to my stats, that is the first carry of the year for Kyler Woods.
I believe you're right. He's had maybe a couple of catches, but first carry.
Carry, an obvious first rushing touchdown for Kyler Woods on the season. Here's the extra point. Snap is high, kick is away, and it is good. Jet Walkup with the extra point, and we'll take another break. This is Wildcat football on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
There's something about Texas and Chevy. The Colorado, the Silverado 1500, the Silverado HD, and the Silverado EV. A Chevy lineup designed to tackle what Texans take on every day.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and now get $6,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, Texas residents can get $3,000 bonus cash on Silverado LT models.
And we're back after that rushing touchdown for Kyler Wood, the senior, getting his first rushing touchdown of the year. Now 48-13 is the score here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff from Jet Walkup. It's a high kick at the 25, and it dies on the sideline. Picked up at the 25. That ball just stopped.
It did. Looked
I don't
like
know what
it was
kind of
going to go out
English
of
he
bounds.
had on that, but it quit.
Looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but just died there. And Beggs picks it up. Looks like they get it out to the 36. That's where they will start 1st and 10. Last drive for the Wildcats. 10 plays to cover 87 yards, capped off by the 9-yard touchdown run by senior Kyler Woods.
Bookout still in the game for the quarterback position for Beggs. Shotgun formation. Bookout gets it, going to keep it himself. Rolls to his right, under pressure, and throws it away.
There's nobody in the area.
I think the number 12 was right there.
Okay.
I think they're saying that.
Yeah, they're going to say
Coach
12
Shannon,
was close
12 was in the
enough.
area. That as Bookout, he was under heavy pressure from Ethan Nelson coming in from his defensive end position. Good job there for Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson with good pressure on that one, making the quarterback have to throw it away. Looks like the Wildcats are starting to mix in a few backups on the defense here. I see 65 Levi Beard. And looks like 54. Don't know who that is off the top of my head, but a few of the younger players getting in. Brick Madden.
Reed Abel in at linebacker. Bookout gets the snap, handoff running back. Slips a tackle in the backfield, now cuts it upfield, crossing the 35 to the 40. Now inside the 40 down to the 42. It looks like he was dead in the water, but slips a tackle.
Yeah, Reed Abels did a good job of firing off and getting into the backfield, just not quite able to get him down. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, he winds up getting about 6 yards out of that play, out to the 42, where it'll be 3rd and about 4.
10.5 minutes to go here in the final frame. 3 bunched up receivers here to the near side. Bookout in the ball game. Play clock now inside 15. Bookout gets the snap. Quick pass, wide receiver screen set up at the 40. Now tiptoes down the sideline, crossing the 45. And I believe he's going to go out of bounds about a yard to the good. Yep, gets to the 47, needed the 46, and that moves the chains, I believe, for the first time in the second half here, Blaine.
I think so, actually, and that's a good job by Beggs of just taking advantage of the numbers that they created on this side of the field. 3 receivers and only 2 defenders were out here on that side of the field to start that play. Good job of just kind of taking what the defense gave them on that one to get that first down. And that was the first down of the second half for Beggs.
Shotgun formation for Bookout. Bookout gets the snap. It's going to be a pass. Under pressure, has a man wide open, but he overthrows him. They absolutely didn't have a Wildcat within about 15 yards.
Well, they did a good job of kind of showing that same action and same formation off of the screenplay that they had just run, but on that one, they slipped the man deep instead of having him block, and they had fooled the Wildcats. Fortunately, just overthrew him.
Stops clock now with 10-11 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the officials taking their time, getting the play ready. And here we go. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Demons. Bookout with a handoff. Stops crossing the 50, and it's a foot race.
He's gone.
He's going to go all the way to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Beggs.
Blocked up well initially, and then he made one man miss in the alley a few yards downfield, and once he did that, he had the speed to go the distance all the way to the house. 53-yard touchdown run for the Beggs Demons.
That was number 3, Kevin Montague. 5'11", 165-pound running back, junior. A lot of upperclassmen here on this Beggs team, a lot of juniors. Pretty talented Beggs team here, as they've already played Davis and Holdenville. I don't think they've played Dibble
No,
yet.
I think they still have to play Dibble. I think they have Dibble and
Dibble.
Tishomingo are the two teams they have left.
So they would play Dibble the last game of the year.
No,
because we play Dibble next.
Yes, that's correct.
So that'll be for the 3rd spot, probably more than likely. Book out, rolling to his right, looking to throw in the back corner of the end zone, and it is caught. 2-point conversion good. It's now 56-13. We'll take another break and be back here. This is Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
And we're back here after that touchdown run for the Beggs Demons. Makes it 56-13 here in the 4th quarter. Be sure and stick around for the Farmers agent Lucinda Holland post-game show as we wrap things up here from Beggs. Here's a deep kickoff. Bounces at the 20, picked up by Grant. Crisscrossing, crossing the 25 up to the 30. Now inside the 30, he's going to be taken down about the 31-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over. 1st and 10 for Coalgate.
Yeah, pretty nice return that time by Grant after he fielded it on the bounce. Kind of weaved his way for about 12 yards on that return out to the 31. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from there.
Got 9.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. As Coach Shannon, for Beggs, continues to sprinkle in a few freshmen here and there on the defensive side of the football. Again, Coalgate will have their final home game next week. It'll be senior night, as they will play the Dibble Demons, right?
Yes.
Back-to-back Demons. High snap, handoff to Grant, running back. He's got some room to run down the left side, and he may go all the way to the 40. Not going to catch him. 10-5, strike up the band, touchdown Wildcats.
Really nicely blocked on that left side of the offensive line, and then Grant just used his speed to go 69 yards to the end zone for the touchdown. Really nice play there by the Wildcats. One play, 69 yards for the touchdown.
Just really kind of the speed that Davis Grant has when he gets loose, and Bryson Stowe the same way. Those two players, just unbelievable amount of speed that they have once they're loose.
Yeah, it's been tough at times this year to find ways to get them the ball in space, just because of the fact that, they're kind of your only two guys with that speed. Defense is really key on them.
The extra point, snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is on the way. And it is no good, wide right. 56-19. We'll take another break. Be back here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
No one likes the hassle of going to the tag office. That's why Cole County Tag Agent Leslie Battles and staff work to give you prompt service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and even through lunch with no appointment needed. Cole County Tag Agency is a full-service motor license agency, providing registration renewals and title transfers for all types of vehicles, including boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. Driver's license renewals, real IDs, notary service, and now Pike Pass pickup location. Cole County Tag Agency, 28 North Main in Coalgate, a proud sponsor of Coalgate Athletics.
When it comes to gifts that wow them, start your journey at the Flower Garden at 32 North Main in Coalgate. Whether it's planning that big event or you just remembered your wedding anniversary midway through the workday, the Flower Garden can get the gift you need right and on time. Follow the Flower Garden on Facebook or book online 24/7 at theflowergardencolgate.com. The Flower Garden, proudly serving Coalgate and surrounding areas since 1945.
And we're back here in Beggs. Cody Newberry, Blaine Riley, Lyndon Burnett on the camera. Here's the kickoff from Jet Walkup. Fielded at the 25, up to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. And Steer wrestled down at the 42-yard line.
I think that was Levi Beard on the tackle. Good tackle there.
That player is down and in an awkward way. Not sure what all that kind of jazz was, but now he's up running off.
I think it might have been a cramp because his teammate was kind of stretching that leg out for a second, and then he said, no, I'm done with this. Let me get off the field. As it is, that winds up being about a 18-yard return from the 25 up to the 43. It's where the Golden Demons take over 1st and 10 from their own 43.
Bookout still in the game at quarterback for the Demons. Gets the snap, hands it off. Nobody's there. Now Bookout just running for his life. And gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on the run. Has a lot of freshmen and underclassmen in the game now for the Wildcats, especially on that interior line.
Yeah, had both Levi Beard and Reed Abels kind of combining on the stop there. Looks like they did give him about a yard on that play out to the 44, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Baylor Ward in the game for the first time tonight. Trayson Miller as well. Bookout rolling to his left, looking to throw, under pressure. Throws across his body, and it's intercepted by Bryson Stowe at the 35. Now gets untracked, tries to stiff arm, and goes down at the 35. That was a tough play to ask your backup quarterback to make. Rolling to his left, throwing across his body. And that's a duck, and Bryson Stowe comes down with it with another interception. I believe that's his 6th interception on the season.
I think you're right. He has been a ball hawking safety so far this year, and another good play there. Good job by the defensive line getting the pressure, forcing that bad pass, and Stowe made a good catch on it, kind of over his shoulder, running to get that one. Gets it returned back out to about the 34-yard line. Wildcats take over 1st and 10 from their own 34.
So we'll now see the backup offensive players here for the Wildcats. I believe every lineman now is a backup player. Kobe Brown in at quarterback. Reed Abel in at running back. Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap, handoff Abels. Crossing the 35, still pushing the pile on his feet, and gets to the 40, still on his feet. Can't take him down. Going to mark it at the 40-yard line, picks up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, good, tough run there by Reed Abels. Good blocking by that backup offensive line, getting him some room. Pushing forward for about 6 yards there on 1st down to make it 2nd and 4 from the 40. Reed Abels, just a freshman. He did have a really nice year last year as an 8th grader, junior high football. One of their better players last year as a running back. Had some really good games, so he's got some ability as a running back for sure.
We've seen Reed in and out of the game, or out of the lineup this year as a freshman, getting a lot of playing time, crossing the 45. Moves the chains, tough running there for the Wildcats. Just following that big offensive line for a fresh set of downs down to the Coalgate 46.5-yard line.
Yeah, another good tough run on that one. Good job getting a good push up front by the line. Abel's good job following him, finishing the run tough, falling forward. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Rowdy Hemphill. Not quite as stocky as Hemphill, but kind of that same kind of running style. He's would just as soon run you over as juke you out and run around you. Good tough running.
Shotgun formation. Tucker Ward by himself here to the bottom of the screen. Handoff. Abel's got some room to run up to the 50. Picks up about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now for the Wildcats. 6.5 minutes to play in the 4th.
Yeah, not as much room on that one, but another good, tough finish to that run, delivering a blow himself to the defender and falling forward out to the midfield stripe. Be 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats from the 50.
Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap. Another handoff to Abels. Defensive line kind of teeing up on Abels now. They read that play better. They're going to give Reed about a yard. It'll be 3rd down now. Or no gain on the play, excuse me. 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, those linebackers firing off immediately on that one, reading that run up the middle really quickly, delivering a blow for very minimal gain on that one. 3rd and about 6.5 here for the Wildcats.
5.5 minutes to go here in this ball game. Shotgun formation. Abels flanking Brown to his right. Quick pass to the near side. Lackey catches it at the 50 on the run. Still on his feet to the 40. Shedding tacklers and tiptoeing down the sideline inside the 35. Going to push him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. I thought when he threw it, Blaine, it was going to go incomplete, but Lackey using his size and length of arms to track that ball down and pick up a big gain.
Yeah, good job of leading him on that one, and like you said, Lackey using his length and a really good catch on that with his hands outstretched out in front of him on the move, getting 14 yards and a 1st down to the 35, 1st and 10.
Lackey's 9th reception of the season. That's going to put Lackey over the 100-yard mark. That'll be 4 receivers now over 100 yards on the season for the Wildcats. Brown gets the snap. It's high. Just going to have to keep it himself. He trips, falls forward, and a late flag comes in.
Yeah, I think he lost about a yard. We'll see what the flag is. High snap kind of threw that timing of that play off.
They're going to get a hold of the backfield, it looks like, against the Wildcats.
Yeah, so that's going to push them back to the 46 on the 10-yard penalty. It'll be repeat the down, so it'll be 1st and about 21 from the 46.
Shotgun formation. Brown gets the snap. Handoff Abels up the middle now to the left side, crossing the 40. Taking down almost to the 35. Got almost all of that penalty yards back. Picks up 8. It'll be 2nd down and 12 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good job using his vision, picking his way over that left side down to the 37-yard line for about 9 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats from the Golden Demon 37.
Second down and 12. The 1st down gain is up to the 25-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Gonna be another handoff. Abels up the middle. Looks like he gets back, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Wildcats. Be sure to stick around for the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland postgame show.
Yeah, not a lot of room on that one. They're just going to give him one down to the 36. Make it 3rd and 11 here from there. Beggs kind of really selling out towards those runs up the middle on that play. And got him down after a gain of only about a yard.
3rd and 11 for the Wildcats. 2.5 minutes to go. Wildcats trying to put 6 more points on the board here. They've had quite a bit of offensive success here in the second half. It's going to be a handoff to Abels, crossing the line of scrimmage. Inside the 35, down to the 33. It'll be 4th down and about 8 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Got what he could for 3 yards down to the 33. Make it 4th and 8. Wildcats probably have to look to throw it here on this 4th down and 8.
In at receivers for the Wildcats, number 3, Weston Lackey. I believe that's 24, Cato Pebworth. And number 8, Tucker Ward.
Got to figure with his size and the fact that he has played a lot of receiver this year, Lackey's probably the target.
They're going to hand it off to Abels. Up the middle, crossing the 30, still pushing
going.
the pile, and I think he's going to be about a 2 yards shy. Needed the 25, got to the 27. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good tough run, got 6 yards, just not quite what they needed. Needed 8, got 6. Demons will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 27.
Just a few more plays here. That'll conclude this matchup. The Wildcats will fall to 2-6 on the season.
At this point, amazing.
1-4 in district play.
At this point, amazingly in this game, at this second, you actually have slightly more yards of offense than Beggs.
Well, you figure that with the victory formation, they're going to lose about 5 yards on the next 2 plays, or 1 play. Officials doing all they can to make sure it's just 1. And there's the victory formation, and that should be, no, they'll have to run 1 more.
Yeah, they haven't, no. They waited long enough to start the 40. They don't have to run another one.
Yep. That should be the final play. The Wildcats going to fall to 2-6 overall, 1-4 in district play for Beggs. They keep pace with the top 3. They're going to move to 5-3, 3-2 in district play. They will be the only 3-2 team in districts. Dibble and Davis will be tied at 4-1. Holdenville currently sits on top 5-0. So that'll do it from things. That'll be the final play of the game from here from Beggs. Final score 56-19. We'll take 1 break and be back here to wrap things up right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
As Oklahomans, we look out for one another, and at Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, it's no different. With agents like Kevin Haney right here in Cole County, we always have someone close at hand with the advice and guidance you need to help you find affordable coverage and products for your home, auto, farm and ranch, business, life, and annuities. Please call Kevin Haney at 580-927-2324 or visit okfbinsurance.com today. Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies. Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance, made of and made for Oklahomans.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Steubenville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And SteubenvilleFord.net.
The Steubenville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
And we're back here as we wrap things up here on the Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland post-game show. Lucinda Holland is a farmers agent serving our community. She is just a phone call away. You can call Lucinda at 580-889-3347. Final score 56-19 in favor of the Beggs Demons. And it all kind of started out kind of on a wonky kickoff return that we hadn't seen it all year. We've seen the Wildcats kick it out of bounds, but it's usually just been taken at the 35. Well, Beggs decided not to do any of that and just kept pushing the Wildcats back and pushing the Wildcats back.
I think Beggs knew what they had as a kick return unit and their speed and what they had, and they really wanted to make us kick it to them and get a return, and they got one.
But it all just kind of seemed to snowball after that. Beggs was firmly in control from the get-go and was never really any doubt as far as the game going along. They ended up winning 56-19. Blaine with some final stats here for the game.
Yeah, for the Wildcats, big second half offensively. You wound up with 11 first downs, 42 carries for 208 yards for the game, 5 out of 9 throwing the ball for 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 penalties for 35 yards, 5 for 13 on third down, 0 of 3 on fourth down. But you did basically all of that in the second half. You had 21 yards of offense at halftime. So you wound up, that's 345 yards of offense for the game. Beggs, 15 first downs, 18 carries for 238 yards, 12 out of 20 throwing the ball for 86 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 6 penalties for 53 yards, 2 out of 6 on third down, 1 of 1 on fourth down. So they wound up with, that is 324 yards offense. So you actually ended up outgaining Beggs by 21 yards of total offense, yet losing 56-19. So kind of a weird stat there. Some individual stats for the Wildcats. Davis Grant, 3 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown, 2 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Bryson Stowe, 13 carries, 33 yards, 2 catches for 38 yards, also had an interception on defense. Colby Brown, 5 carries for 20 yards, 5 out of 9 throwing for 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Reed Abels got some run there at the end of the game, had 8 carries for 36 yards. Jet Walkup, 4 carries for 7 yards after having the big game last week. Rowdy Hemphill finished with 8 carries for 33 yards. Weston Lackey had a catch there late in the game. He had 1 catch for 14 yards.
So after all that being said, the First Bank star player of the game tonight is going to go to Davis Grant. We're going to give that to Davis in his return after missing last week with a hand injury. Coming back tonight, I believe it was 5 touches for 155 yards for Davis Grant.
5 touches, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So big night for Davis offensively. Unfortunately, it all came in the second half, but still, big night offensively. He's our star of the game.
I want to thank Lucinda Holland for sponsoring the post-game show. We're going to cut this one short here tonight. It's not raining currently, so that kind of gives us a chance to get tore down here. Got a long walk across the field to get to the vehicle, trying to get this equipment wet. So we're going to end things a little early here tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in wherever you were, however you were. Of course, as always, thank you for joining us. We know you have other options. You could be listening, watching other things. I know that, you could watch the baseball game, but it wasn't as fun as listening to us. I'm sure you learned some stuff, maybe stuff you didn't want to know. But wherever you were, however you were, of course, we thank you for tuning in and joining us. Be sure and join us next week as we return home after a couple of weeks on the road for senior night against the Dibble Demons. It'll be another tough matchup for the Wildcats. Pre-game at 6:45. We'll go live, kickoff at 7 o'clock. On behalf of myself, Cody Newberry, Blaine Riley, Lyndon Burnett on the camera. I want to thank Cobain back at the Mothership in Durant for keeping us sounding good on the radio. Thank you for tuning in and join us next week. We'll see you next time right here on 107.5 KZIG, The Rock.
This has been Coalgate Wildcat Football, presented by First Bank. The Wildcats are brought to you by Brown's Funeral Service and your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland. The Coalgate Wildcats are sponsored by Shamrock Bank and Stuteville Ford.
Left side, blitz coming. Quick pass, far side, caught by Trevathan. Tries to make a man miss. Stiff arm, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40.
The Wildcats are also brought to you by your local Texoma Chevy dealers, Cole County Farm Bureau, and Genesis Abstract.
Snap, blitz coming. Picked up, now flushed. Throws it deep down the field, has a man open, and it's caught at the 5. Walks into the end zone. Tate Diaz. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Coalgate Wildcat Athletics are sponsored in part by the RX Shop, Cole County Tag, the Flower Garden, and Triple Heart Boutique. Thank you for joining us tonight for this presentation of Wildcat Athletics on the Rock 107.5 KZIG.